in this video, today I'm going to discuss about the merging variables and the cases in SPSS. That is sometimes very important to merge the variable or case in your data set. For example, sometimes we are going to collect the data from the different locations. So now in the different location, we have the different type of the files from in which we are storing our data, or sometimes our data is in Excel format in different, like the different files are there. So now it is sometimes difficult or it's sometimes very necessary to call the your Excel data into the SPSS. So for this purpose, my videos are available on the same topic, that how you can move your Excel data into the convert your Excel data into the SPSS data. There are different type of the Excel data are there, like the XLSX or the date file. How you can convert these type of the format into the SPSS. The videos are available on my YouTube channel. But so here we are discussing about the merging the variable. So I was talking that when you are going to collect the data from the different locations or from the different people who are away from each other. So now you may have some different data set. How to merge all these data set into a single data set, that's sometimes very important. So that type of the, that is basically the topic of this video today. Dear friends, I always believe that we should learn the species in small dose, because sometimes it's very difficult to understand by the people or to digest the species, because it is handling with the statistics. So a statistics may not be the cup of the tea for every person. So that's why I prefer to record the videos in the small doses, as you can understand all these things. Let's now this video is also connecting on the two parts. In the first part, I'm going to discuss the theoretically all these concepts. In the next part of this video, you will learn some practical things, how you can merge the variable and case in the spaces. Let's start. Okay, my name is Dr. Rainbak Sumro and I'm from Shabdati University. Now let's start our this course. Dear friends, now this is another video of the video series in which the major topic is about topic of this video series is the manipulating your data. So far, my videos are available on sort cases, and then my video is also available on identifying duplicate cases. And this video is going to discuss about how you can merge a cases and the variable in a single data set. Dear friends, this is a sort of pictorial form description of your data. Like the example. Now, this is a data set A, for example, this is data set B. Now, you would like to merge these, or there is this plus sign shows the merging. You want to merge these two data set into a single data set. How to merge? That thing we are going to discuss in this video. Now, the major limitation of SPSS is that it can only handle one data file at one time. That means when you want to work, you can work only one file. So for the another file, you are required to again open it. But at one time, you can work on this one. And then sometime we are required to add the variable in that one. For example, you are running a one organization in that when different employees are working. In one data file, there are the demographic information of your employees. In another file, there is a salaries update, the information about the salaries and all these salaries are in another file. The information is about their salaries. Now you want to merge these two files into the one file. That is the basically job of this video, how to merge. And here, one data set is there. In that one, you see that these are the variables and these are the cases. In the variable, employees IDs are the different. These are the like the employees IDs. Now, here you want to merge another variable in this one. Now, these are the variable. In here, you want to merge another variable. How? Now, for this purpose, you are required to go into the data and find out the merge file in this one. Here is a merge file available. In that one, you can merge cases and the variable. So far, we are going we are adding the variable. Just press this one, and then here you will find this type of the small window where it asks from you that either you want to merge any active or open data set. Open data set means the data set which is already open with you. For example, if you are working on the species software, there is a one file which is open, and along with that one another file is also open. So now at one time, if the more than one file are open, then basically this talks about that file. In the practical section, when you watch it, practically I will tell you the visa what do you mean by the open data set. So another option is available there, the external data, statistic data file. That is the file which is not open or which is stored in your hard drive, or that is available any on any link or anywhere. So now through the browse, you can, by browsing, you can call that file here, just like I have called this one here. Now this the file is available here. Then just you are required to press continue, and then you will reach on this window. Here, the two things are the excluded variable and the active data set. Now, what is the data set which you want to merge? These two data, it is very much necessary that at least one, like the variable should be seen. Now, the same file variable is the employee ID. Now, in the data file A, employee ID should be there, and the in data set B, employee file ID should be there. That means that that is a common factor between the data set A and the data set B. If there is no any common thing between the data set A and data set B, then you will not be able to merge the two data set like that. So that's why at least one should be same. So that's why ID is the same. So now this ID you are required to bring here in the key variable. And then here you are looking at there's the asterisk active data set, and this is the plus sign. So in the practical section, we will reach there. You will be able to watch all these. But if you make it below, if you drag it below, then these are asterisk, and you will find the some of the variables with the plus sign over there. And then press OK, and then you press OK, you will find that these four new variable have been added in your data set. But in earlier, like in this data set, there were no accepted the variable were available. But now, after merging, after following this process, these four variable are available in your data set. Now we are talking about the case. Now, sometimes again, cases are also important. For example, you are collecting information of your student based on the gender. Now there's a separate file for the male and there's a separate file for the female. And now you are required to merge these two files in the one file. How to do this one? Okay, now you want to merge these two cases into the one case, into the one file. For this purpose, you see this is one type of the data is set is there in which we have only 190 records. And now you want to add more records over here. Now these are your cases or records are there. How to add these records over here? The process is again the somewhat same. You are required to go into the data, merge file, and now select the cases. Earlier we selected the variable, but now we have to select the cases over here. Then again the same window will appear. Now here in open data set, already if the data set is open, now you can select it, or alternatively you are required to browse the data set which is available in your hard drive or which is available somewhere else in your on any link. Browse there and call it here as I have called this data file here, and then press continue. Then this type of the window will appear. Again, the same thing is there. The active data set is being shown through the asterisk, and the data set which you have brought here, so that is shown with the plus sign. So this is the unpaired, and these are the variable in the active data set and in the the data set which you have called. Now all the variables are available here in the practical section. So now you will watch that we can drag this one down and you can watch out all the variables which are available here. Then you are required to make a pair of the two variable, and then you can move this one here, and then the data will be transferred from the one file to another file. Cases means that one. Now how to pair, that will be discussed in the okay, how to pair, that has been discussed into the practical section of this window, this video. Now if you remember here, 190, this was our last case. And after following this process, now the remaining cases have been added. Our records have been added in this one. Earlier, the total cases were 190, but now from 199 to 2002 to 209, these additional cases have been merged by following that process. Dear friends, again, let me say, I'm informing you that whatever the videos I'm developing on the species, I always refer these three books. If you have time, please refer these books. Now I'm going to enter into the practical part of this video. Dear friends, now I'm moving towards the practical part of this video. In this one, the data set is available. In that one, there are the total four variable are available, and the employee ID is a common variable. Now in this step, we are going to what that we are they be merging the some data variables from another data set to in this data set. How to do? Just go into the data and merge files. Now file can be case or variable. Now we are adding right now variable in this data. Now as data open, now there's no only open data set along with the data set. For example, if you press icon here, there's only one file on which we are working. If there was another file along with this one, then this file, let me say, you will see that this file has been appeared over. But as there is no any file, that's why we have to go on in, another alternative method. How here we can call in the external file, how to call browse, and my variable is available here. Your variable may be available in another location, or you can provide some link, or you can download this from where else. Okay, now just select it, open, and now here you see that the complete name of your file is appear here. Continue, and then these are three methods are there. So right now we are focusing on first method. In that way, one-to-one merge, that means from one file to another file, so all the variable will be merged from the file A to file B based on the file order. Whatever the file order is there in the file A, with the same order, all the files will be merged from that to this one. Select it, and but there is no need to go into, for example, in this one, if you see all the variables are there. And then the asterisk data set, these are the asterisk. Now this one available, these are, and these are the files, variables are there in the demographic file. So now this we are going to add, that's why I see the plus sign is there. So demographic variable we are going to add in this one. That's why the variable which we want to add, these are shown with the plus sign, and with the variable with which we want to merge, these are shown into the asterisk. And this employee ID and a employee ID, this is a plus and this is a static. Now this is a common between this set and the demographic set. Again, I'm repeating that there should be the one common factor between the two files from which that means you want to move the variable. So this is a common factor between these two sets. Okay, you are not doing it because all the variable we want to. And now order, this is the order: gender, education, age, and path. In this order all the variable will be merged in this data set. Just press OK. When you press the button OK, now you see data, the same order is there. The all data file variables, sorry, all the variables have been merged in this data set with the same order: gender, education, age, and past experience. Now we are going to try another merging method. Dear friends, another merging method we are trying right now. This time we are going to, from this window, 8 variable. Now you see already our data file is open. That's why it is appear here as a data open there. Now, for example, if you press here, this is the data file which is available. Now here already the data file is available. So that's why you are finding this one. Select it. It will be active. Now continue. And this time we are going to try this method. One-to-one based on the key values, the values which are given to it, not with the order. Employee ID is a common between this data set and that data set which you have recently chosen. Okay, select it. Now here, the variable which you want to move, okay, which you do not want to, which you want to exclude means, I mean, past experience you do not want to move and the age you do not to move. Now you put shift these one in the excluded variable list. This will not be moved along with these two variable. Only gender and education will be moved, not any other one. Just press OK, and now see the gender and education have been replaced, moved. Dear friends, now we are going to know how to merge your cases with another data. Simple, go into data, merge and add cases. And this time again, no file is open. That's why we have to give it the file. Okay, merge cases. I want to tell you that all the data file which I'm using here, these are available at the end of this video. The link is given in the description, and from that link you can download these files. Open and then continue. Now here you are getting the two windows. One window is an unpaired variable and another is a new data set, active data. Now this is the new data set active. This is the current data set active, and this is the, now see x1, x2. Now see that it is very much important that the variable name should be same, and then the data will be moved. And here employee ID is a common factor between this data set and data set which we are using. Now what? Select all these one and move this one. Now when you move this one, you will find four other variable. Now four number of the variable depends on your page. Now for example, here are the four. If there were the eight, now you will find the eight over here. Two types of the like the variables are here. Active data set like now, and the plus. This is a data set which you recently called. We got the data from this one. We want to add the caches from this data file. We want to add this one. That's why the addition sign is there. Now what? Simply you have to make the pair. Like the pair is that it is inactive, but when you will make a one pair, then it will become active. X1 with the, now please make it sure that you are selecting X1 with asterisk and X1 with the plus, and then it will be active. But if you are selecting X1 and X2, then what will be the X1, the data from the X1, data from the cases from the X2 will be merged into the X1. Yeah. Now, for the what if the cases are there in the data X2 in the data set, these will be merged in the active in the X1. In this way, the mismatching will be there. So that it's very important that you should select the X1 static with the X1 plus sign. Then you can properly move your data from that one to here. Static, its relevant is X plus. And pair, just press the one. Now this has been paired. X2 and x2 plus, make it pair it x1 and in pair, and then finally export the pair, and then just select. Before selecting it, I think we should check the how many cases are there. Okay, so now there are 200, but additionally we are removing from it. We have removed additionally. Now we have total 200 cases are there. Okay, and then press. Earlier we had the 200 cases. Now additionally the 200 more cases have been merged in this one. Now our total data set, total cases in this data is are 400. Earlier these were the 200. So this was a simple method of merging the case from another to in this file. At the end, I hope you have you like this video. If you like this video, please like it and share it, and please do not forget to subscribe this channel. It's very important. It's giving me a very good encouragement to work more for you guys. And thank you very much. At the end, that means that you have watched this video, and I hope you will you will also watch my remaining videos on the different topic of the SPSS. Thank you very much.